So the idea behind the skill journal came from this concept I call the art of leveling up. And it really started with just a little idea of how to develop yourself. Because when I started martial arts, I learned that martial arts was more than just learning how to fight. It was really learning how to develop yourself. And I took this training, and first of all, I started martial arts because I wanted to learn a skill, because I felt like there was something missing in my life, and I wanted to really master myself. And so I was like, well, let me learn a skill. Let me learn a new skill to help me do that. And so I was like, well, why not martial arts, right? Because, I'm a big geek, and I used to watch Kung Fu movies all the time. And so with that said, right, when I started on that journey, I discovered I discovered some principles that really changed my perspective on learning and development. And it really helped me a lot. And so I decided to write this stuff down and break it down. And I realized that this is stuff I can use in other areas of my life. So I created a book. I wrote it. It's called The Art of Leveling Up, right? And it really broke down this philosophy on how to develop yourself, how to cultivate yourself. Because I realized how important self-cultivation is. I mean, if you want a high-paying job, then you need high-level skills. That's just the truth of life, And honestly, most people think of skill development in a finite way, rather than an infinite way. Because there's no end to how much you can learn in your life. There's no end to the game, right? You could develop yourself all the way till you're on your deathbed, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? It's an everyday thing. And my thing is, I wasn't trying to be better than the next man. I was trying to be better than what I was yesterday. So that was my goals. Every day was to get better. And so when COVID-19 hit, and then things changed, I was still working my job, but I lost it. It was I temporarily lost it, but then I didn't get called back. So I was like, well, all right, well, I'm not doing this. But I was still working on this business and producing, trying to sell my books, Art of Leveling Up. I decided, well, you know what, I really, and at the same time I was creating online courses also, which, I was getting some good feedback, So because I really took this concept, and I really wanted to share it with people. So initially I created online courses, started last year, and it was going good because I used skills that I already had, to create them. And then I learned more skills. And so I developed my own system of instructional design, which I was like, man, this is really nice. And, a lot of people could benefit from learning this system, and they can create their own skill books or online courses to sell. And so that was really the purpose behind me developing the skill journal. I wanted to give people the system that I use to develop myself. And I wanted to give it into a way where it's easy and simple to do. And so the best thing I did was, let me create a journal out of it, like a book, so people can buy it. And then literally it gives you an organized system of, documenting what you know, right? And solidifying it. So there's many ways you can use this thing, but that was the reason why I developed it. And then I decided, the question was, all right, now they have this book, what can they do with this book? And so then I had to develop an online training program on how to take what you know and teach it to others. And that's where this whole idea comes from. That's why I started the Kickstarter campaign, so I could fund this stuff, so I could fund this idea, this vision I had. Because my vision is really to empower people, and the best way to empower people is to teach them. I feel like teaching is one of the highest callings you can do. The best thing you can do for someone is to teach them and to give them a skill or some knowledge that would help them to better themselves. So that's why I did it, And there's a lot that goes into it, trust me. It's so much that goes into it. And hopefully, I get to share my feelings and my thoughts, and find people who are like-minded and believe in kind of what I believe in. That's my hope.